Hi everyone, thanks for tuning in. Today I'm being guided by the universe to read for Ursula von der Leyen. Um, as far as I know, she is the uh, head of the EU. I apologize if I forgot about her title, but anyway, I think she got re-elected quite recently. Um, and I would like to read for her for the upcoming 12 months cycle and see what's going to happen. Hopefully, this will give us some insights that we need to know as a collective. Um, and before I start the reading, I would like to clarify the fact that I don't often watch the news. I only watch the headlines, so there are many details that I don't actually know. So, um, yeah, I think this will be kind of helpful if you know about the fact that I don't really know about the details. So basically, I'm just reading about the energies around these people. And yeah, for people who, for my viewers who are very politically aware, uh, please fit in the information that I provided, um, align them with whatever information you already know, because um, I might not be able to say the right content that is totally aligned with the reality of the politics. So yeah, I just want to clarify that these are energies, and no matter what, I hope you're able to align the energies with the current events and the future events, so you kind of understand what the situation is. So without further ado, I would like to start this reading with this world card. So it's very obvious for us and for me to understand the fact that she actually won the re-election. So this is a big step, a big completion for her personally. But this is already the past because it already happened. So currently, Seven of Wands, she is up against something. Um, what would that be? Let me use my zodiac cards to tell. And there will be times that I pause the video. I'm just rumbling, and you can hear me shuffling, and that's because I'm shuffling. So I apologize for the delay, but I feel like this method is quite useful anyway. So please be patient with me. Please bear with me. So Seven of Wands, I want to know what is the Seven of Wands energy von der Leyen is facing or will be facing in the upcoming months. Okay, first house, the bottom is 12th house. So Seven of Wands is aligned with first house and 12th house. First of all, first house is about our physical body, our appearance, the way we behave. In astrology, it is our zodiac. Is our ascendant. So that's our outer appearances and also physical body. 12th house can be related to hospital endings, the things that are unknown. So what I can think about is she can be involved with a lot of secretive trips that she will need to make in the upcoming months. and these trips are secretive in nature. Um, it is also possible that she might need to see some doctors. Um, but I am more leaning towards secretive trips to different countries and making deals with them. So Three of Wands crossing it though. Three of Wands, what is that? Usually Three of Wands, it is about collaborations, it is about partnerships, usually multiple partnerships at once. Because the number three, so she definitely has to deal with multiple countries, places, people. And Three of Wands energy is about long term planning. It's not about something short term. Um, it is also about logistic, transportations, logistics. She might be dealing with logistics matters among the EU countries. Let me clarify it. What is about the Three of Wands? What is about Three of Wands? Okay, the Three of Wands, it is about the 8th house, 11th house, and the first house matter. So when we talk about 11th house, it is about the collective. It is about the humanitarian thing. The 8th house is about death and transformation, a major change. Um, I think there is a humanitarian crisis uh, that is overcoming a major change and will be uh, getting to a point where a transformation is needed, and a major change will be required as a collective level. So I think it is about the wars that are happening right now. It can be related to Ukraine and um, and Gaza, Israel, that kind of thing. Um, and the first house, well, I actually also have to mention about the fact that first house can also mean military because first house is ruled by Aries. So Aries is ruled by Mars. Well, I'm sorry, kind of messed up, but anyway, Mars, Aries, they are both related to first house. So she will still be dealing with military actions, considerations that can affect the collective level. Um, she wants to defend the boundaries, but because Seven of Wands in the current position, she definitely wants to um, protect the boundaries of the EU, because I remember that Seven of Wands energy is about the first house and the 12th house. Um, yeah, she wants to defend the EU boundaries, um, not only physical boundaries but also legal boundaries and jurisdiction wise, those kind of things. She really wants to defend them, but the problem is um, the the problems that are happening with the collective, which I can directly associate with the wars that are happening right now, which EU is involved in. Um, those wars can actually interfere her position to defend the EU boundaries. She really wants to defend the boundaries, but the problem is because the wars require collaborations among different countries, different jurisdictions, and that actually can um, having impacts on whether she can defend the boundaries or not. Page of Pentacles on the top of the spread means that financial matters can be crucial, like how to handle the finances of the EU, And let me clarify that. What's the Page of Pentacles about? Okay. So Page of Pentacles about first house, 12th house, 5th house, 7th house. So you know, um first house, 12th house, that can be the beginning and ending. And the 5th house is usually is about creativity. It can be related to children, child care, creative endeavors. I feel like for the finances, there is the beginning and ending of some kind. Uh, there is a creative process that involves a lot of money that she has to deal with and has to put the ending and also the new beginning for the financial matters. And 7th house at the bottom, well, it is about the collaboration partnerships. And I think Leyen will be dealing with financial matters, financial decisions that involve partnerships, and there will be some kind of partnerships that are coming to an end, and then there will be new partnerships coming up to fulfill some kind of creative process. So there will be some kind of shake up about finances, funding, and also partnerships. This can be related to her personally, but can also be related to what she will be doing in regards to the EU. Okay, so justice at the bottom of the spread. This usually means legal matters, and then also the you know the balance of things. It can also mean adjustments, adjusting a situation so harmony and balance will come to the situation. So please clarify justice. Justice. What is justice? Okay. So justice is about the 10th house and the 2nd house. Okay. So 10th house is about the reputation, the reputation of her personally, or maybe the career she is involved. And 2nd house is about values and also, financial matters. So this is the second indicators. The second indicator that is telling us that she will be dealing with a lot of financial matters, and there will be financial transactions, financial deals that will be very prominent in her life. Can be in the news also, because the 10th house is about the public. So there will be financial matters, financial dealings that she will be very involved, and somehow it will come to the light also. Queen of Wands in the upcoming future. Queen of Wands usually it's about creativity, nurturing a project. The Queen of Wands can also be very passionate about what they are doing, and the cat in this picture in the that is accompanying the Queen of Wands can mean the psychic ability of a person. So let me clarify what is Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. Okay, Queen of Wands is 7th house, 10th house. The bottom is 2nd house. So as I mentioned before, still it is about finances. It is about her career, collaborations, about the values. Because 2nd house is also about not only money, but the values that a person holds. Can also be the values of the EU. So she will be continuing partnering up with people and countries that she feel like um, the values and the financial incentives, perspectives are aligned with each other. I have to emphasize that the money is really, really playing a very huge role for von der Leyen in the upcoming 12 months. So Ace of Cups at the bottom of the spread, it means she feels emotional about something, and because it is Ace, so there's a new beginning, new sense of love um, that she will be dealing with, that she feels emotionally very aligned and in flow. There are things that she feels very strongly about on an emotional level. What could that be? What could that be? Let me see. Ace of Cups, what could that be? Okay. Okay, it's about the ninth house and the third house. So ninth house usually means long distance travel and countries that are pretty far away from a person's locale. And third house is about short distance travel. So mm, she'll be very aligned with, especially emotionally aligned with, some of the things she needs to deal with, foreign countries, and also um, the countries which are relatively close to her proximity, which are the EU countries. So I feel like there will be also, jurisdictions matters and legal matters that involve both the EU and the foreign countries. Um, there might be treaties that will be signed upon the collaborations among countries, um, between the EU countries and also countries that are non-EU. Um, for some reason, I feel like there's the immigration matter because Six of Swords at the end of this spread, I feel like it's about immigration. So immigration can also be a major factor that she will be focused on. Because immigration matters, they also involve a lot of money because resources are required to deal with immigrants, immigration policies. So yeah. So Ace of Cups, she feels like she's very emotionally drawn to accomplish something. Um, and the Star card means renewal and hopes and also harmony. So what she feels like she wants to do will um, will will kind of gain a refresh somehow. It's like there will be a renewed sense of harmony about what she will be doing. This can be related to the collective, but at the same time can be her personally. Maybe this is about the emotional connections she has with the people around her, um, because she will be experiencing a renewed sense of love and compassion, um, which will actually lead to harmony. Let me see. Why the Star card? Okay. The Star card is 5th house, 10th house, 7th house, 2nd house. So again, once again. So I feel like she will be dealing with kids, um, career-wise, collaborations, and financial. Um, okay, there are several things that I can think about. So first of all, she might be dealing with um, financial collaborations that are related to income with other people in her life. Definitely financial focus. The fifth house though, I feel like that can be related to her kids because fifth house rules kids. So this can also be younger people, younger generations. So she might be having more interactions with people who are uh, not that old age, but the teenagers and also the younger generations. So she will be involving with them quite a bit and even partner up with them and maybe trying to improve the income of this particular group. Probably she feels some kind of pressure from this particular age group. Well, this can also be her kids. So it depends. I don't know whether she talks about her kids a lot or maybe she doesn't. But this can go both ways anyway. Yeah. So Ten of Cups. Usually Ten of Cups is about family. Um, so she will be focusing on family matters that can be related to her personal family. It can also be related to um, you know focusing on helping the people together. Some people they are displaced and they are very far away from their family, and she might be involved with those kind of matters, which are really related to family and family reunions in general. So let me clarify what is the Ten of Cups, Ten of Cups, Ten of Cups. Okay, Ten of Cups, third house, 11th house. Okay, so Ten of Cups is about when we see third house, it is about short distance travel. It's about the countries that are close to her, and 11th house. You know what? 11th house is about the collective, the freedom. So I think somehow she will be dealing with, well, as far as I know, within the EU, people can travel without a visa, right? So she will be dealing with those matters because some of the families they might have problems um, when they're traveling within the EU. Somehow, in certain ways, there are some problems involving the freedom of movement. I don't know if that is actually the right term. I apologize if it is wrong, but there is something like a freedom of movement in the EU. I know it has been for a while. There is an area called the I don't know how to pronounce that. But anyway, I know that within that EU boundaries, people can travel without visa. But for that particular thing, I think there will be situations where it's kind of sensitive for her to deal with because there are families that wants they want to reunite with each other, but because that might be related to some kind of immigration policy and also asylum seekers, those kind of family reunion can be quite problematic for her to deal with in the upcoming 12 months. Because as I mentioned earlier, that actually affects the finances of each country. Um, so she has to deal with the financial matters, um, having the money to support this immigration policy and also the freedom of movement, um, and you know letting people to reunite, but at the same time not sacrificing um, you know the prosperity of the countries that are involved. So that is my feeling. Okay, so Six of Swords at the end of this spread, though. Six of Swords usually it means healing. It means usually when we have been through quite a bit, then we have to take our time to heal. Um, but for her, um, there is a small chance that she will be dealing with health issues that require her to be healing. But I don't think if that actually happens, I don't think it will be really a major blow up or some kind. She will be fine. So I'm leaning towards Six of Swords as the immigration matters because, um, as you can see in this picture, this person is carrying, the kids and the mother, um, going to the other side of the world. Usually, it means immigration matters. Um, this can also mean she has the responsibility to deal with the recovery and healing of um, the particular areas of her life. It can be personal or it can be collectively. So let me um, clarify Six of Swords. Okay, so Six of Swords, it is related to sixth house energy and the ninth house. So sixth house energy usually is about um, work and health and healing. So the first scenario I can think about is she might need to deal with some kind of health matters when she is traveling. On the other hand, she might need to deal with the outsourcing of manufacturing process to the other countries, which might or might not be within the EU, because Six of Swords is transatlantic, trans-Pacific, that type of vibe. So there might be um, productions, that type of thing. She will be trying to navigate the partnerships with maybe North America and also Asia. I think there are some things that cannot be produced within the EU. Maybe because they don't want to pollute their region, so they will feel like they would rather outsource the production to the other side of the world. So yeah, I think she's gonna be dealing with those kind of matters. Anyway, let's do the monthly. So for Ursula von der Leyen, July 2024, Four of Pentacles. It is about solidifying her status and also her finances. Money is definitely on her mind. She's trying her best to solidify the financial situation. Let me clarify. Four of Pentacles. What is Four of Pentacles for her? Okay. Sixth house, ninth house. So for this month, she will be already launching something. I think it is about the job opportunities that are dealing with foreign lands, foreign countries, and she'll be trying to figure out a way that that can preserve some kind of partnerships and harmony with the other countries, but at the same time without harming the financial status of the EU. Yeah, you know, that sort of thing. August, Hierophant. Well, Hierophant usually means schools, teachers, hospitals, older people. Let me clarify. What about the Hierophant? What is that? Okay. Sixth house, ninth house. Okay. Again, what she's gonna be doing in July, she will still be doing it in August. It's the same thing. Something is in the progress about the sixth house, ninth house. So this can be health related, but can also mean someone who is you know, Hierophant. I have something in my mind, but I don't know if I should say that. Hierophant. Well, I feel like this is more about Asia, because I get the star card for the Hierophant. So I think she will be dealing with Asia quite a lot. The star card is about nurturing something and renewing something. The Hierophant, is it about something? Let me see. Well, I think the Hierophant can also be something personal. She might be dealing with someone who lives overseas, and there's a possibility that someone she knows personally is dealing with health matters that has to be dealt with continuously. And I feel like this connection is coming from Asia, though. Not only health, but as I mentioned earlier, it can also be the outsourcing of jobs and opportunities to probably to Asia. Okay, so September, Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles usually means very slow progress. This Knight does not even move, but they are very stable though. This can be health related also. Let me see. Knight of Pentacles for Ursula von der Leyen. What is that? Okay, so again, sixth house, ninth house, third house. Okay, so So in September, she will still be dealing with this sixth house, ninth house, third house matter, but um, but I have to emphasize the fact that in July, August, there will be more communications with foreign lands out of the EU. However, September, there will be more phone calls, connections, communications within the EU in regards to this, um, this foreign matter. Well, it can also be, uh, personal situations um, where she actually, where she is aware of the fact that she has to communicate more with her local authorities and people within her proximity. But the progress will be slow in September. In October, Knight of Swords, so there will be situations where she needs to take actions in a very hasty manner. Because Knight of Swords is very fast and quick. It's very hasty energy. It's also very focused though. So let me see. For Leyen, what is the Knight of Swords energy in October this year? Okay, so 5th house, 4th house, 6th house. Okay. First scenario, something related to her kids. Her kids' health can be a focus. But on a collective level, if it is about her career, then she will be dealing with job and career opportunities, employment matters for, within the EU. And I feel like there might be some kind of complications with younger generations, and she has to take action, swiftly. Because I feel like there might be some kind of, disharmony in regards to younger people that she need to deal with. Probably something is reaching a boiling point. Maybe people will feel like, hey, why are we we graduated with a degree and then we're not getting the job that we deserve, that kind of vibe. I don't know about the economy in the EU, but I feel like there might be situations where younger generations are feeling aware of the fact that there are many jobs that are being taken away to overseas, um, and that might be related to the regulations within the EU. They don't want to keep certain industries because of the regulations. So, you know, uh, there are many people who even they have the qualification, but they just can't get the job within the EU. Not everyone is gonna be moving to another continent, and for people, younger people, younger generations, for those who have the qualifications but they cannot move away from the EU and have another career in another country, they might be feeling kind of upset. That's sort of my feeling. And then von der Leyen, she might need to deal with those kind of emotions in a very fast and quick manner in October this year. It's about the employment thing. Um, yeah, because I feel like maybe the people in the EU, they sometimes they don't feel secured about their future generations, the future of their future generations. Like even older people might worry about them. They don't want their kids to be out of jobs, and and in fact, some of them they are really having the struggles to get a job because as I mentioned, the regulations within the EU. So I strongly feel that I don't know why, but there must be reasons why EU is outsourcing the jobs to other continents, and this can sort of hurt themselves, especially for the younger people. Okay, so November, Six of Wands energy. Um, she will be gaining the victory on some matters. Uh, why the Six of Wands? Okay, so eighth house, first house. So, okay. Hmm. Remember at the beginning of this read, I mentioned about there will be things that are often coming a transformation. Um, Something is coming to an end. That can be financially related. I feel like there will be a financial burden that will come to an end. Hmm. Let me see. Is this about the collective or her personally? Well, hmm. I think there will be something about the collective that will come to an end in November. Okay, yeah. I'm pretty sure that in November, yeah, November. So November, I picked three cards for the War of Ukraine. Uh, that will be the Judgment, Ten of Pentacles, Six of Wands. So I feel like in November, the Ukraine situation will come to a major turning point, and there will be a sense of victory, and uh, there will be money, a great deal of money involved in the Ukraine situation, and the Six of Wands because I picked the card again, so Ursula von der Leyen will be very involved in this matter in regards to Ukraine in November. So I think is a good thing. At least there is a breakthrough. Okay, so December, Queen of Wands. Queen of Wands. Well, in the main spread, we see the Queen of Wands in the upcoming future. So now it is coming ahead at the end of this year, December. So let me clarify. Okay, Queen of Wands, 10th house, 5th house. So, I think this is about her status in the society, because 10th house is about reputation um, and the success of a person's career. The 5th house is about um, 5th house can be kids, can also be gambling. So, well, There are several things that I can think about. First of all, perhaps she personally will be dealing with maternal matters, which is dealing with her own kids. The second scenario is she needs to deal with other family, other female figures who have been mother or who are mother right now. Mothers. Um, the 10th house and the 5th house, when they are combined, it can also mean a gamble in regards to her status. So it's kind of, I don't know, I feel like it's kind of complicated for the Queen of Wands energy. Okay. 2 of Cups, 10 of Wands, 7 of Swords, Death, 8 of Wands, Empress. So, okay. I think it is about a partnership that has a lot of pressure, a lot of burden, and she has to let go of some of her responsibilities because she's just getting too much on her plate. And the Death card with the eight of Wands card means that there will be an ending that suddenly comes through, a transformation that suddenly comes up. And Eight of Wands is very quick and fast. The Empress usually is about mother figures. So I don't know if she's gonna be dealing with some kind of transformational situation in regards to her personal life. There might be some kind of mother figures that she might have some problems with. I don't know if her mother is still alive, or maybe she's gonna have a relative, probably a relative who has some kind of transformational experience at the end of this year. And the partnership has to transform somehow. And I do believe that this is about Asia. Something she will be dealing with Asia at the end of this year. Yeah. Okay. So January 2025, Ace of Pentacles, new beginnings, new forms of income, new ways of earning money. Let me clarify that. This is the card of manifesting prosperity. Okay, 9th house, 3rd house. So I believe that she will be doing foreign travels outside the EU, and there will be a lot of connections with countries, people outside of the EU. But at the same time, also a lot of communications within the EU. So what I can think about is there will be the increased communications and collaborations between the EU and the outside world, especially for the upcoming January 2025. But this can also be her personally, so she will be dealing with a lot of local people and foreign countries, foreign people. And the theme is to create prosperity together. Let's make money together, regardless of the locale, regardless of whether they're within the EU or outside the EU. Let's make money. Everybody makes money. So February, 7 of Cups, So there will be a lot of thoughts in her mind in the February time, 2025. Um, she has a lot of plans, but there are many things that are up in the air. She doesn't know which way to go yet because um, the direction is not very clear in February for her. So, um, but she thinks a lot. She brainstorms a lot. Um, Let me clarify. Seven of Cups energy. Seven of Cups energy. Okay. Second house, seventh house. So she will be thinking about the income, the money, the collaborations of money, financial matters, financial partnerships. She will be thinking about it next February. Money matters. Can that be the euro? The collaboration in between euro and other currencies. Yeah, there might be some currency issues that she will be dealing with, and she has to think about it. Currency and also the values, because second house is also about values. So she might need to deal with boundary issues, because in order to secure the EU foundation, the EU boundaries have to be upheld. But at the same time, as I mentioned earlier, she will be focusing on manifesting, creating prosperity on a collective level. But clearly, there are countries and regions that are not aligned with the EU values. So she will be thinking about it a lot in February and sort of trying to figure out what to do because there are conflicts among values. Okay, so March 2025, Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, usually it means very busy, handling two things at the same time. And I see this as a connection between her and the other countries. So she'll figure out a way to balance things out. There will be situations where she has to equally focus on, cannot be cannot be unfair to either side. Let me see, Two of Pentacles. What is that? Two of Pentacles. Okay, so it's about the 11th house and the second house. Okay, so what I think about is for the Two of Pentacles, it is about funding, probably the EU funding. EU funding. What will EU be funding? It is for humanitarian issues, humanitarian situations that needs money, probably subsidizing certain poor countries, or maybe some situations that involve humanitarian crisis. Yeah, transfer of funds, transfer of money. That will be the theme for her in March 2025. Because of these financial matters, she will also face the need to maybe compromise, but at the same time preserving the boundaries she has with the people she knows, with the countries that she will be dealing with. So I feel like she will be doing something financially for the collective, um, because it's a humanitarian situation. um, but there are some kind of um, sensitive topics to talk about when she needs to deal with the other countries. But I do see the progress because Two of Pentacles usually it means the transfer of money. So I feel like there will be deals made, so the money can flow between different countries. Okay, so April, Knight of Swords. So again, April, she has to deal with something in a relatively quick manner. So on and off, there will be situations where she suddenly need to quickly deal with some problems in a very fast manner. It looks like there is a time limit for something. So Knight of Swords for this April 2025, Ursula von der Leyen. What's the Knight of Swords? Okay, this one is about first house, 12th house, 11th house. Okay, so there can be actions that she will be taking towards very aggressively in regards to the collective situation. 12th house can be something hidden, and that's the unknown, and also it can be very overwhelming. So what is this event about? Justice, the moon, magician, hierophant, six of swords, nine of wands, and underneath it is knight of wands. So what I'm thinking is she has to deal with an agreement, because justice is about agreement, legal documents, and I got the moon card. It's about secretive deals. Magician is about something magical. Sometimes it is about dishonesty. The hierophant, something from Asia. Something from Asia. Six of Swords, something from Asia, someone from Asia, transferring people and things from in between the EU and other continents. And the nine of wands, someone feel wounded. So I think there might be a security threat, security risk that will come up for her in next April. I think it is a deal that she, let me see, is it a deal that she made previously? Okay, I think it is related to a deal that she made with some foreign connections, especially with Asia. But then by April 2025, something that is not going right, and it will come up, it will come to the open, and she has to fight against the situation. It can be kind of overwhelming, but I mean, she is on the path of making deals already. She'll be dealing with this matter in the upcoming 3 or 4 months. And somehow next year in April, something's gonna kind of backfire a little bit. Okay, in May, Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, once again, creating prosperity. So, let me see. So, in April, she has to deal with some kind of boundaries issues. And something that she has to fight against with probably foreign powers. And then, in May, this Ace of Pentacles is different from the previous Ace of Pentacles. This, I get the 5th house and the 4th house. So, well, if this is on a personal level, then this can be related to job opportunities, employments in regards to her kids. But if this is about the collective level, then this is about the creating prosperity among future generations and also the younger generations. Yeah. Let me see. Is this a collective thing? Personal. Well, I feel like it is a collective thing. So maybe within the EU, I have a feeling that within the EU, I still feel like it is true. Within the EU, some people, especially younger generations, they are having opinions about their jobs being taken away to other continents. And there will be at least one to two occasions within the upcoming 12 months that the younger generations within the EU feel very strongly about the policies and they want a change. But the dilemma is because Ursula von der Leyen, she has a lot of deals with other countries in other continents. Even though she tries to create a situation where every country involved can get the piece of pie, and also create a prosperity among everyone. I mean, among every countries. But in that process, I feel like it's gonna be some kind of problems within the EU, especially for younger generations. Those problems can come ahead, and there are teenagers, people who recently graduated, people with qualifications. They really feel the pain, and they really want to let her know, hey, we also want the jobs, and we also want the security of employment. Somehow, when Ursula von der Leyen is dealing with, making deals with the other countries, somehow, some ways, there will be a triggering point in April. I know before April next year, she will have situations, in October this year. She already has the need to solve something very quickly. The first round, it will be a bit easier for her. I think it will be a little bit easier for her. Like in in October this year, that situation will be a little bit easier. In April 2025, the situation will be more complicated because I feel like some of the um, some terms and conditions that she laid out in order to collaborate with other people, countries, organizations, those terms and conditions can be compromised in the upcoming April. So when the news come out, it can be a trigger to the younger generations because they are already not satisfied with many things that are happening. And then when April comes, when the news come to a head, it can be quite a triggering moment for her. But I don't see this as a very bad thing because this will actually allows her to really focusing on how to also take care of the future generations within the EU continent so that they can, gain money and gain prosperity without being compromised. So that's why the Ace of Pentacles, I do feel like it's a good thing, but it can be kind of bumpy before May 2025. Okay, so June, Ace of Cups. So I feel like this will be a major month for her also on an emotional level. Remember, for this spread at the beginning, I mentioned about the Ace of Cups at the bottom of the spread. So there will be something that really she feels very close to her heart. And this will happen 12 months from now, which is June 2025. So what is this Ace of Cups for Ursula von der Leyen? Okay, 12th house, 11th house. There can be an overwhelming event about the collective that she feels closely related to. The 12th house is also about philanthropy. So I feel like there will be a situation where help is needed. I wonder if it is a collective thing or just personal. Okay, there will be a collective situation in next May. Next May and next June, in between that time frame. I picked the Chariot card. So unfortunately, the Chariot card can mean battle. It can be battle. So anyway, I think in June 2025, the Ace of Cups, there will be a collective matter that can be kind of overwhelming for Ursula von der Leyen, and she has to make deals that are very, highly secretive, and that matters not only It's way beyond money. Let me see the nature of the Ace of Cups. Okay, the Sun card, something come to light, and then Ace of Wands, new beginning, removing the obstacles. Two of Swords, she has to make a choice. Ace of Pentacles, I mean Eight of Pentacles, she'll be working very hard. And then there will be the Tower, so there will be disruptions for her in June 2025. Okay, Eight of Cups. So she will be feeling very emotional in June 2025. First of all, I get the Sun card, and then Ace of Wands, Two of Swords, Eight of Pentacles, Tower, Eight of Cups. So something that will come to light, and she'll be very aware of the situation, and she has to make peace with the situation, and she also has to work very hard to tackle it. But then there will be situations where she couldn't tackle it because she really wants to work towards it, but there will be a Tower moment, there will be a disruption, and at the end, Eight of Cups. So Eight of Cups is about leaving something behind, letting go of something. So something is not gonna work. Let me put it this way, something is not gonna work in her favor in upcoming June 2025 because there's a disruption. So even though she feels very strongly about that matter, it is about a collective matter, and something is coming to an end, and it's gonna be very overwhelming for her next June, and she would just need to walk away from a situation. So is she gonna walk away from some of her responsibilities? It is possible, because the things that she will be working on is gonna be there will be disruptions about her work, so she'll be very emotional about this disruption, but then she has to make peace with it. But it's not easy because she wants to make peace with it, to deal with the matter, but then there comes the disruptions, the unexpected, and at certain point in June 2025, she just has to let go of a situation. I don't know whether this is about her position or maybe some kind of policy that is not going through. Let me see. July 2025. Well, I don't know if she's gonna be in the same position after June next year, but at least July I know she'll be very guarded. So I feel like that there can be a blow up in regards to her position, what she will be doing. It will be a test for her in upcoming June, and I can't see if she will remain at her position. I think she will remain, but at the same time, there will be a blow up for her in June, and she has to deal with it, and she'll feel very emotional about it. Yeah. So anyway, overall, I believe that Ursula von der Leyen, in the upcoming 12 months, she will cultivate connections with Asia, that involves, money, income, creating prosperity, not only Asia, but also, North America, other continents. But at the same time, those kind of terms and conditions, that kind of contradict with the, um, you know, the benefits of within the EU. So within the EU, I feel like there will be voices coming up telling her that, hey, please take care of our future generations. Please take care of our younger generations. We want the jobs. Don't simply outsource everything. But because of the EU regulations, some of the jobs they will want to send it out to other continents, but it somehow is gonna backfire somehow. There will be a security trigger, next year, because she thought the deals that she will be making with certain countries, especially in the upcoming months before the end of this year, she thought it's gonna be okay. But next April, things will come to a head, and then she'll realize the fact that it's not working. Um, and perhaps because of this awareness, she will start to try to shift the focus back to domestic within the EU. So in the first 6 months from now, and until the end of this year, I think even going into the beginning of next year, I think she will still be very, uh, reaching out to different continents other than the EU. The focus is more outward. But then there will be a trigger that makes her realize the fact that she has to focus on, um, you know, domestic issues within the EU. And I believe that this can be a good thing for the EU. At first in April, it might feel like, oh, it's off balance. It's kind of threatening. It's kind of insecure. But then it's not going to be all bad, because of that incident will lead to the shift of focus. Um, but I think this shift of focus, uh, it will be a little bit late for Ursula von der Leyen, because this kind of shift for her, she probably will realize the fact that she has to shift the focus, by May next year. She has to change, and the change will not be easy for her. It will come as a shock. So that's what I am seeing right now. So anyway, I hope you enjoy this video. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing, and I appreciate your time and participation. I hope you all the best, and I'll talk to you next time. Take care.